Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome to part 1 and 2 of Uranus going into Taurus for the next 7 years, 7 and some. And it happens every 84 years that goes into the same sign for each zodiac sign for us too, separately. So one is the big picture, goes into Taurus, right, Uranus, and then for each zodiac sign goes into a different house. And 70 years, that's a long time. So the energy shifts as of today, because I'm recording this on May 15 of 2018, and May is 5, 15 is 1 and 5, so change sometimes through conflict, inner or outer, and that will lead us to transformation. But also 515 means 11. 5 plus 5 plus 1 equals 11 in the universal year number 11. So today, when I'm filming this, I even feel the strong energy to speak up. For Pisces goes into the 3rd house, communication. So here we go. No wonder either you're going through the door and you're standing on 2 straight, even, equal legs, or you're staying behind. You're going through it or not? Of course, it's your decision. But there are the consequences for your own good. So let's start with Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun and 4 times bigger than the planet Earth. And it's called a black sheep of the solar system. And why is that? Because the others know how to get along. And Uranus is unpredictable. You never know what it's going to do. Change. Conflict. The end. Okay? So in a shocking, unpredictable way, sudden events, surprise, shocks, that awakens. You see, it just happens that I like Uranus. Maybe because Uranus rules Aquarius. I'm on the cusp of Aquarius, I have a Mercury in Aquarius and Venus in Aquarius. So I truly understand what Uranus stands for. And it's all for our own good. Aquarius, just as Uranus, love freedom and independence. And when they're changing signs, they put a spotlight in a different area. And boy, even the new moon in Taurus, right? And Mars goes into the sign of Aquarius that is ruled by Uranus. So all this power in independence, the need for freedom, how we value money, property, what's important to us. Do we have a freedom and independence? And also the planet of future. So not what used to be. Okay? Where are we going? Innovation. Okay? Invention. Electricity. So the lightning. I'm going to say like a lightning from the heavens. Sure. It's going to be probably many of them. But that symbolizes, boom, unexpected, it happens. But also humanitarian movement and revolution. It means new original, and different. When you notice, probably you notice that Aquarius people, they don't do things like everybody else. They don't speak like everybody else. They don't analyze like anybody else. Totally different game. So, let's talk a little bit about, since Aquarius goes into Taurus, about these both signs. How they belong together. Are they playing nicely? No, not really. Aquarius is the air sign and it's a masculine energy, assertive, independent, progressive, analytical, original, and inventive. That's the key words, okay? And the ruling planet, Uranus, that we're speaking about, is the ancient god, sky god. So, the ruler of the universe, the Greek sky god in ancient Greece. Now, change, disruption, revolution, unconventional, unexpected, and the key word for Aquarius is I know. So the knowledge. Taurus, on the other hand, is the earth sign and is the feminine, represents the feminine energy. Ruled by Venus, a Roman goddess of beauty, arts, pleasures, emotions, what we love, what we nurture, okay, what we value. And the keywords is I have. So it's I know Aquarius, Uranus, versus I have Taurus. So the Taurus is the sign of property and money. And that's where we may expect the biggest changes. Possessions, legacies, shared wealth, how we invest, how we spend, how we value what we have, what is really important. It's material. Taurus is represents material stuff, not like 180 degrees the opposite sign Scorpio. That stands for spirituality. Okay? Countries ruled by Taurus are Ireland, Switzerland, Cyprus, and Greece. So we may see some changes happening there. Okay? Changes happening with money, property, perhaps Wall Street. Okay? What we like to have. Do we like to have the big homes? Most expensive, fancy cars, boats, when we really cannot afford. Now that may be interesting what's going to be going on. But you see, rules possessions and stubbornness, but here is the problem. Here is Taurus, and here is Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, right? They both are stubborn because they both are fixed signs. So nobody wants to give in. No, we're both rigid, we know what we want, and we want to achieve our goals. You see? Taurus cannot be rushed to anything. It's gonna take its time. Temper, yes. Taurus is very, very patient. But when you get him to the breaking point, you better have long legs and run for the hills really fast. Okay? And I always say that reminds me right away of George Clooney, who I predicted is gonna get either engaged or married when I started to do very first videos on YouTube. And he got engaged that year, and that was absolutely unthinkable. And now again, when I talk about Taurus, he comes to my mind because of his role in the Descendants. When he plays a lawyer, a father of two daughters, and a husband of a wife in coma. And he finds out that the wife was cheating on him. Now, he is calm. He is very diplomatic, loving, taking care of everything, the family members, friends, hospitality, okay? But inside is a volcano that he wouldn't show. And that's exactly what I feel when I think about Taurus. This volcano activity. And boy, is brewing, lava brewing, getting hotter. But when it goes, boy, it may go. So, Happy Bull is the one who has a nice home because it's ruled by Venus, comfortable interior, devoted wife, kids, this little family that is just great, because Taurus is really conservative, very careful, and keeping her cards close to chest. Aquarius is everything but that. It's unconventional, is innovating, is daring, loves to do something new. So when Taurus likes to go on autopilot and doesn't like too much disturbance, Aquarius, ruled by Uranus, everything but that. Going off like it's no tomorrow because he's very eccentric and loves change. Now Taurus is lusty and passionate. And Aquarius is a thinker, analyzes a lot, okay? Wanderer, and prefers friendships over one partner. Now Taurus is a homebody. And Aquarius is very hard to keep, to be kept home, okay? To stay home and just, okay, I'm gonna stay here with my family and that's it. The opposite. Taurus can be possessive and jealous. And Aquarius, when she feels that, feels anxious, boxed in, and ready to take off for freedom and running for the hills. You see? Taurus is rigid when it comes to family and home. And Aquarius is everything but conventional. Taurus is single-minded about itself and its possessions, and Aquarius is interested in human concerns, something on a bigger scale. So Taurus is about the small picture, me, my family, my property, my money, my tradition, don't rock my boat. Aquarius is about the world, humanity. How about the universe? Let's all get along together. Let's play nicely. Let's work each other. We're one big family. You see the difference now? Taurus stands for security, own security and comfort, and Aquarius, openness and self-expression. So, totally different energy. And we need to be open to change when it comes to what's good for all of us. Is there equality? Are we all happy? And money, property, legacies, possessions, the way we are, we need to be open to change. Now, I know that most people are not open to change. They really dislike, they fear change, and when change is coming, they anxious, they fearful, they worried. So, I have a great story for you guys, for you to understand how Uranus works. I like Uranus. I appreciate Uranus, just like a tarot card in the Tower. Most people fear it. I love it because it shows as a major arcana, and the same thing with Sirius Uranus, that says enough is enough. Time to change. Wherever you are, whoever you are with, what job you're doing, career, business, doesn't serve you anymore. It's not for your own good, so we're gonna change it. And the story, I have a video, actually my video on YouTube, about a frog. The frog was thrown to the really hot water, boiling water. What do you think the frog did? Boom, jumped out. She's not stupid. She doesn't want to be, like in boiled egg. She's out. But if you put that frog to the pot and you crank up that heat, first she's gonna maybe feel a little uncomfortable, but she's gonna get used to it. Then again, you're putting that flame on higher. I don't feel good. I'm anxious. I'm becoming a little nauseous, sick. Maybe I gotta go to have some tests done. Then we're heating more. And now she really feels bad. And that's the moment, before she gets boiled, cooked well, that Uranus comes and throws that pot out of that flame, that heat, and the frog is saved. But usually, because nobody likes change too much, and nobody's not the word, I love change, so many people don't like change, she will be complaining. Instead of saying, I'm so grateful, thankful, because I could get cooked well, I'm alive, and I can still do something to get better, get on my feet, and be happy again. You see what I'm saying? So when you suddenly find yourself in the boss's office and says you're fired, or you cannot live in some neighborhood, or whatever happens in your life, whatever your lessons are, and that is the part 3 that is already on YouTube, whatever your situation is, remember this frog story. Uranus hits whatever it hits, whatever area in your life, to save you, not to punish you. Sometimes for you to learn life lessons, why you stayed so long in that hot water. Hello? You didn't want to jump out? That's why Uranus came and boom! Okay, now you're out. I'm helping you, not hindering you. Okay? So always remember that. And I want to say a couple words, and I'm looking at my watch because I don't want to go over time. So really quickly, you know, the part 2. What we noticing today, what may change in the next 7 years. So first of all, homage to the Queen of England. Commonwealth. Would you believe that still is 53 countries, including Canada, that for the most part were in the British Empire and are still ruled by Britain directly or indirectly? The United States were once fell under the British Empire, but the war changed everything. Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, when the 13 American colonies got together and they said, you know what? We don't want to be connected to Great Britain. We don't want to pay taxes. Why are we paying taxes? What are we having in return? And yes, it was a war, but that's how we became a republic. We never gave in. 16-year-old girl in India, burned alive. A what? And you asking for what? For being raped. Talking about dark ages. Instead of being helped, understood, she was burned alive. Forced to be married. 15 million girls under age of 18 forced to be married with the older guys because the family is getting money. Again, money. When I hear money, the change is coming. The family would disown her if she didn't. Dark ages, man. Women, Muslim women, working still burqas on their faces and being treated less than they men. Really? Come on, ladies. A little beautiful, playful puppies playing for attention in China, unaware they are about to be skinned alive and cooked. Dog meat festival in China, where thousands and thousands of puppies are killed this way. Now, I don't believe I live in 21st century. Am I traveling to time or something? And I'm back in 11th century, 12. Apple, manufacturing products in China. Actually, this is my story because I just ended as Pisces my 7-year in the second house, that's Taurus money, when I changed completely. And this is personal, this apple, with me because I used to trade on Wall Street, okay? I trade, almost like a day trader. And I was doing well. I love that stuff. And that's why I love the show Billions on Showtime. But when I heard, after putting almost all my eggs in one basket, Apple, I had only Apple, when I heard that those people in China working for the Apple company is put in a really harsh conditions, working long hours, and they committing suicide as a result, I sold everything, I washed my hands, and I never touched any stocks again. That was the end of the story. Trading, Wall Street, making money this way, which you never know if is the way with integrity done, and that was the end. And yes, I changed in 7 years completely. So I tell you this much, knowing from my own experience, this next 7 years, globally speaking, will change the world. I wish you all the best, many kisses, many hugs, and until the next time.